using information technology to promote social change and improvement. That's really the mission. And the tools come and go, and they're going to change, and the infrastructure is going to change, and the policy is going to change, and the people are going to change. But I think if we can drive that home to everybody involved in the industry or the business or the movement, we'll be better off. We consider ourselves a social service agency. I think that's the first difference, is that we're not about TV. It's the drill in the hole thing again. You go get the drill because you need the holes. Well, we have the camcorder because we want to affect social change. And you have an internet lab because you want to affect social change. We're about improving social conditions through media training, access to equipment, and transmission. I do think that we have to be forward-thinking and realizing that this digital revolution is not just hype by advertisers, that we truly have crossed a certain threshold into this integration of voice, video, and data into a common bit stream. That, I keep saying it over and over, but I can't agree enough that that's imperative. Cable television could end up kind of being the Pony Express of the future. I mean, how long are people going to be willing to pay one price for a lump of channels when they only watch a few of them? So I think community media as bitstream activists, those of us who are trying to use technology for social improvement, we have to embrace what appears to be on the future, and that is digital integration of voice, video, and data on a common platform of bitstream transport. And we just do what we do. I mean, we don't care. The technology is somewhat immaterial. I love what I heard from somebody once saying they want our holes, right? They want holes, but they buy drills because the drill is the tool to give you the hole. Well, we have camcorders, but it's not the camcorder we're after. It's the social change or the influence of the programming. And it's not the programming just on television. It's whatever distribution vehicle we can have. Kind of like a fish in water. You ask a fish, well, what do you know about water? They don't know anything about water because it is. It just is. And what do you ask people, what do you know about media and its effect and technique and control and influence and motivation, financial background, and it just is. TV is. And media literacy is an attempt to analyze, critique, deconstruct and create media so that it's not water that you're unaware of, that you start to look at it more critically and you say, what's the motive behind that message? Who created that? Would it be different if it was in a different media, or medium? What's the difference if you hear it or you see it? How am I physically affected? What's the biological effect of information on me? And there's a big biological effect. I mean, photons, which are light waves, have mass and weight. And if an image comes off a TV screen and those photons hit your eyeball and bounce through your optic nerve and into your brain, there is a physical effect. We're talking about things moving around and changes in your body. So what's that mean? What's the difference between the physiological effect of media and the psychological effect of media? I mean, it's worth looking into, especially with over 7 hours a day each television's on, in the U.S. And so you've got more TVs than telephones or bathtubs in homes, so we ought to look at it a little more critically, especially when fewer and fewer companies, i.e. ideologies, own the resources of media and are perpetuating the messages of that media. Then we really ought to be thinking about it. Media literacy is that tool to give people a fair shot at defending themselves from the onslaught of a rainbow slush of radio, television, internet,